Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about MATIC. MATIC is still trying to put another high in, as it seems. Already mentioned in the last video that we could still be in some kind of an ending diagonal here in a wave 5. And that against this support, the last swing low, we can focus on higher, and that a break below that swing low would be needed to get a really good indication that we're finally coming down here in a possible wave 2 correction. Now for now we are not doing this, but we have 5 waves up basically complete. It doesn't need to put another extension in, and ideally, to be honest, it doesn't, but the idea is that at some point it will finish off this first wave and then will come down in a wave 2, or, and that's the bearish scenario that we have on the chart, which is the green count, which is still possible, unfortunately, because the structure overall isn't really great. Yeah, I don't really like that structure, but that it came down in an A wave. We've got here this B wave, which might even overshoot, yeah, and then come down in C. I mean, to be honest, it did overshoot. So we can look at this at the moment as a possible flat pattern where we came down in A, then we had the B wave in 3 waves, A, B, C. And we are now, and therefore it's not a surprise that the it's going up in 5 waves, because the C wave is also a 5-wave move. What we don't know at this stage is which of these 2 scenarios will eventually play out. Therefore, what we need to do in so first of all, the uptrend is obviously still ongoing. Yeah, I so far haven't called a top in place here. We had a possible ascending wedge in place, which was broken, which I think was this one. Somehow, yeah, I think like that, somehow. But it then didn't break below the previous swing low, and it seems like the wedge morphed into a different one. That's why trend lines are not ideal, but it's like wave structure, it's like patterns, it's like wave patterns. Also, these chart patterns can morph from one into another, yeah, where you might have a triangle one day, you suddenly see it morph into, I don't know, or you have a contracting triangle and it morphs into an ascending triangle or something like that, yeah. So at the moment, what we need to watch out for is obviously the breakout point at around 128. I mean, this is key resistance, yeah. Previous resistance here at around 130, actually, that would be the breakout point. A push above 130 would well, what would it do? Not really anything, because also the B wave can overshoot, but obviously the higher we go here, the less likely an overshooting B wave will become. But we won't really be able to call out the bottom for this wave 2 until we know if this wave 2 support is going to hold, and I will have to move it if we push even higher here. At the moment it's sitting between the fib levels of the wave 1. So basically between 86.1 cents to $1.01. And if we come down into this region, this would be a possibility to scale up again for a wave 3. Condition, of course, is that we get into this area, because again, if we put another high in, this can still extend higher and the uptrend is still ongoing. But obviously this is an ascending wedge. It's generally considered a bearish pattern. Also an Elliott Wave, even though there are no wedge patterns in Elliott Wave, it's called in this case probably an ending diagonal, and yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking out for. You know, you've got all these overlaps between the different waves, and that normally suggests it's a diagonal pattern, because it can be considered a wave 5. That would not be too unlikely. I mean, the alternative, the more bullish alternative, would be that we're creating here a series of 1-2, 1-2 setups, here another 1-2, and that would have to be another 1-2, and we would now need to start the 3. But that would be super bullish, and yeah, we didn't really get a deep wave 2, so I'm not really convinced that this is the count. So I'm rather looking at this as a still unfolding wave 1, which should come down shortly in a wave 2. But I'll focus on that for you and keep an eye on that for you. And at the moment, what I can tell you, the continuation is preferred at the moment until we drop below that $1.16 level, which is the relevant swing low here, which would confirm the beginning of the wave 2, in my opinion. Okay, that's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.